The government continuing with its targeted strategy of building a stronger Bahamas. Good evening, everyone. I'm Keisha Adderley.
And good evening. I'm Charisma Robinson. On Wednesday, government will lay out its financial blueprint in its final budget during this term in office. At that time, the nation's chief will highlight programs all designed to bring better economic and social outcomes for all.
Now, during the mid-year budget, government focused on its success in reducing government deficit, in implementing the National Training Agency, social services debit cards, national energy policy, gaming regulations, and taxation, and it's moving ahead with national health insurance. But there's been an area of concern, and that is mortgage relief. Minister of State for Finance, the Honorable Michael Halkitis, says the government is committed to bringing relief to those facing the possibility of foreclosure.
Again, it's been an issue that, we put it forward in the campaign. Very early in this administration, after discussions with the Clearing Banks Association, we thought we had a solution that would affect a significant amount of people, up to 1,000. When we began to really dig deep into this whole problem, the clearing banks discovered that there was a significant issue, I think more than we even understood, us and them, of the debt burden, particularly consumer loans and the amount of consumer loans that Bahamians, we're talking unsecured loans that are only secured by salary deduction. And this problem of particularly public servants and some hotel workers who carry home, a few dollars from their paycheck. And so when we tried to work the solution, we found that very few could even fit within that program. So we've gone back to the drawing board.
Now, Minister Halkitis says despite criticism, the government is in discussions with banks and some positive movement is taking place.
And we've had some discussions. And a couple of things have been happening because, the people opposed to the government might say, okay, nothing has been happening, but some things have been happening. Because of the government's initial effort, the banks will tell you that they took that as a signal and they redoubled their efforts to do some of their own internal reorganization and rewriting of mortgages into the millions, into the hundreds of millions, rewriting and restructuring loans. Secondly, we ourselves have been, on a case-by-case basis, I shouldn't say case-by-case basis, but we have been making efforts as well to signal to the banking community to have more forbearance because we're trying to work out this issue. And I think there has been a significant amount of restructurings, some forbearance. The problem has not gone away. We have not abandoned it. PM will make an announcement in this communication on what the next steps are, because we believe that we have to tackle this whole issue of consumer lending, predatory lending, really, and financial literacy, as well as having a program where the government and the banks are working together to bring some relief. So I think it has not gone away, and we can talk more about the announcement after the PM says what he has to say in this communication.